Waiting is stressful, to say the least. You want to know if you passed that test you've been studying really hard for, if your application was good enough to be selected, or if you got an interview to the school of your dreams. But you have to wait, and you can't make the time go by any faster. And that time really lends itself to self-doubt and worry, especially when you're waiting to hear back for something really important. A lot of the time, that wait can be worse than anything else, but it doesn't have to be. What's up everyone, my name is Eric and I'm a first year medical student studying in Canada. Today, I'm going to help you deal with the stress that you can feel during that long and seemingly endless wait for test scores, application acceptances, interview results, or really anything that you feel is important but can't get your results for right away. Put your best foot forward. Make sure that when you get your results, you know that you couldn't have worked any harder or done anything more. Because that's the absolute worst feeling. Like you could have done something more and made a difference, and then you're stuck living with that feeling of regret. For me, I remember in high school, I really wanted to go to Harvard for university, and part of that application is writing the SAT, a college admissions test. I didn't put enough time into studying for the test and preparing my application, and I still regret that to this day. But I learned from that mistake and made sure that I gave it my absolute all for the MCAT. I didn't procrastinate and studied as hard as I could have, and when I walked out of that test, I felt relieved that I knew I gave it my all, and I was proud of myself no matter what the outcome would be. Working as hard as we can to live with no regrets at all should be something we all strive to attain. Just make sure that when you're working hard, you're really taking care of yourself too. Don't compare yourself to others. I remember that after I submitted my medical school application, I was looking on Pre-Med 101, an online forum for pre-meds and medical students. Like everyone else there, I was anxiously comparing my GPA, my MCAT score, and my extracurriculars. I was looking for that feeling of reassurance that I was going to be fine. But needless to say, I couldn't find it. Then fast forward to the future, when I finished my interviews, I found myself looking at how other people thought their interviews went. I felt pretty awful yet again. How do I compete with Pre-Med 97 when he has 58 publications and started not one, but 4 international non-for-profits? I say this pretty often on this channel, but comparing yourself to others is almost always a recipe for disaster. Either you leave feeling like you're not good enough, or you let your ego get to your head when you don't have the full picture there. The best way to avoid this lose-lose situation, honestly, just not to play in the first place. Don't compare yourself to others and avoid any Pre-Med 101 forums where uncertainty, fear, and worry all multiply. Your performance and end result isn't going to change, no matter how many times you refresh that page. Share your feelings with your loved ones. Your mom, your dad, your siblings, your best friend, your significant other, even your cat or your pillow. Whoever or whatever you're sharing with, just get your feelings out there in the open. Talking things through with someone, or even just hearing your own thoughts out loud for the first time, usually helps calm me down. It helps clear up some of my worries that have been spiraling alone in my head. It doesn't matter if you're shy or if you're just dealing with a small problem. It's only going to get worse if you don't do something about it. I used to feel like a burden when I was sharing any negative feelings I had. Just because I was sad or stressed or whatever didn't mean that I had to make somebody else share that with me. But honestly, pretty recently, I realized with the help of my girlfriend that your loved ones are always there to support you, and that sometimes not telling them is actually worse. Like when someone tells you that they've been really struggling, a really common response is, "Oh, I really wish you told me earlier so I could have helped." Not telling someone your feelings can be worse in the long run for everyone. So if you're feeling some strong emotions right now, please try opening up. Move on to bigger and better things. Waiting just doesn't have to put a pause on everything in your life. You still have to go to school, you still have to put your pants on one leg at a time, and you still have to pour your milk after your cereal. Your life is going on, and you might feel anxious about the thing you're waiting for, but you shouldn't dwell on it. That's not going to help change the outcome, no matter what it is. What might help is what you do with your time here and now. While you're waiting, work on that other project that you've been neglecting. Start a new passion, and Find things that take your mind off the weight. Dedicating your time towards something else will not only be more productive, it will also be a great way to kill time during your wait and make it feel that much closer. Remember your hard work. This goes back to the first tip from the video, to put your best foot forward and work hard so that you don't have any regrets. Now that you've done the work, remember that work. You put in the grueling hours and did your absolute best. And then this goes back to a theme that I've been saying over and over again. You can't change the outcome at all. 0%, nada. Knowing that you worked as hard as you can still means that you can have zero regrets if things don't go your way. On the flip side, another great thought to keep in mind is that you put in so much work. Why couldn't you have done really well? Either way, remember that more often than not, hard work pays off. If you put in the hard work, chances are you'll end up doing well, and even if not, you'll have no regrets to live with. So that's it. One more YouTube video down and a few more minutes gone from that wait you've been going through. Hopefully this video provided you with some helpful strategies for dealing with the emotions, stress, and anxiety that comes from waiting for something important. Let me know what you're waiting to hear back on and how you've been dealing with that in the comments down below. If you like this video, you'll love this playlist I made for you with the videos featuring the ins and outs of everything you need to know, including the Casper, MCAT, and medical school. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel, and like usual, that's been your daily dose of Medicine, and I'll see you in the next video.